In this video, we will talk about stats of GLP-1 medication, so make sure to watch the full video. GLP-1 medications have gained massive popularity for their role in managing diabetes and promoting weight loss. Originally developed to regulate blood sugar, these drugs are now widely used for obesity treatment, transforming lives across different demographics. With rising demand, various factors influence their usage, including gender, income levels, insurance coverage, and brand preference. Many users stay on these medications long-term, while others seek compounded alternatives due to high costs. Healthcare providers, insurance companies, and policymakers are continuously shaping accessibility and affordability. As GLP-1 medications continue evolving, understanding their statistics offers valuable insights into their growing impact on public health. 1. Gender distribution. The usage of GLP-1 medications varies significantly between men and women. Studies indicate that more women are using these medications compared to men. This trend can be attributed to various factors, including weight loss goals, metabolic differences, and healthcare-seeking behaviors. Women are generally more proactive in managing their health and are more likely to consult a doctor about weight-related concerns. Additionally, social influences and beauty standards often place greater pressure on women to maintain a certain body weight. This may lead to higher adoption of GLP-1 drugs, especially those marketed for weight loss, like Wegovy and Ozempic. The rising trend of body positivity and self-care movements also contributes to increased awareness and willingness to try these medications. Men, on the other hand, are less likely to seek medical intervention for weight management, often preferring lifestyle modifications like exercise and diet changes. However, this trend is shifting as more men become aware of the metabolic benefits of GLP-1 medications beyond weight loss, including improved heart health and blood sugar control. A recent study found that 30% of women have considered taking GLP-1 medications, compared to 20% of men. The difference is noticeable but may change as marketing strategies evolve and more research highlights the benefits for both genders. Healthcare providers also play a role in this distribution. Doctors are more likely to recommend weight loss treatments to female patients, possibly due to existing biases or the perception that women are more open to pharmaceutical interventions. As more research emerges, the gap between male and female users may continue to close. 2. Educational attainment. Educational background influences how individuals approach healthcare and medication use. Those with higher education levels are often more informed about medical treatments, their benefits, and potential side effects. College graduates, for example, are more likely to research medication options and discuss them with their doctors. People with advanced education may also have jobs that offer better health insurance coverage, making it easier for them to afford GLP-1 medications. Many high-income professionals, who often have higher education, prioritize preventive health care, including weight management and diabetes control. This further increases their likelihood of using GLP-1 drugs. On the other hand, individuals with lower education levels may face barriers such as limited access to healthcare information, misconceptions about medication safety, and financial constraints. Some may not even be aware that GLP-1 medications exist or may rely more on home remedies and alternative treatments. A potential downside is that some highly educated individuals may be overly skeptical of pharmaceutical solutions, preferring lifestyle interventions over medication. This skepticism can delay treatment and reduce the number of educated individuals using GLP-1 drugs, despite having access to them. Overall, while education positively correlates with GLP-1 medication use, awareness campaigns and better healthcare communication strategies can help bridge the gap among those with lower education levels. 3. Income levels. The cost of GLP-1 medications is a significant factor influencing usage. These drugs can be expensive, often costing several $100s per month without insurance. As a result, middle and high-income individuals are more likely to afford them compared to those with lower incomes. Wealthier individuals not only have better access to insurance coverage but also have more disposable income to spend on weight loss and diabetes medications. This creates a disparity where lower income groups, who may benefit the most from these medications, struggle to access them. Many lower-income patients rely on government assistance programs like Medicaid, but coverage for GLP-1 medications varies by state and is often limited to diabetes treatment rather than weight loss. This limitation prevents many people from accessing these potentially life-changing drugs. Some pharmaceutical companies offer patient assistance programs to help those in financial need. However, these programs are often underutilized due to a lack of awareness or complex application processes. If more low-income individuals were informed about these programs, access to GLP-1 medications could improve. Income disparities in healthcare are a well-documented issue, and GLP-1 medications are no exception. Policymakers and healthcare organizations must address these gaps to ensure that cost does not become a barrier to essential treatments. 4. Racial and ethnic distribution. Racial disparities exist in the usage of GLP-1 medications, similar to other areas of healthcare. White patients are more likely to be prescribed these drugs compared to minority groups. This may be due to factors such as healthcare access, insurance coverage, and provider biases. Minority communities often face barriers such as lower rates of health insurance coverage and less frequent medical visits. These barriers make it more difficult to obtain prescriptions for GLP-1 medications, even when medically necessary. Cultural differences also play a role. Some racial and ethnic groups may prefer traditional or homeopathic treatments over pharmaceutical interventions. Additionally, weight loss may not be as strongly emphasized in some cultures, leading to lower demand for these medications. Another factor is medical mistrust, particularly in communities that have historically experienced discrimination in healthcare settings. Some individuals may be hesitant to try new medications, fearing side effects or questioning the motives of pharmaceutical companies. To address these disparities, healthcare providers must focus on improving access and education within underserved communities. Outreach programs, culturally sensitive healthcare approaches, and financial assistance programs can help bridge this gap. 5. Duration of use. Long-term adherence to GLP-1 medications is a challenge. While many users start these medications with enthusiasm, some discontinue use due to cost, side effects, or lack of noticeable results. Studies show that many users stop taking GLP-1 drugs within the first 6 months. One major reason for discontinuation is the cost. Even with insurance, co-pays can be high, discouraging patients from continuing treatment. Some people stop taking the medication once they achieve their weight loss goals, unaware that discontinuation may lead to weight regain. Side effects such as nausea, vomiting, and stomach discomfort also contribute to dropouts. While these symptoms often subside over time, some individuals find them unbearable and choose to stop taking the medication. Lack of education about the long-term benefits of GLP-1 medications can also lead to premature discontinuation. Some patients expect quick results and become discouraged when progress is slower than anticipated. Doctors must educate patients about the importance of long-term use for sustained benefits. Research suggests that patients who receive ongoing support from healthcare providers are more likely to stick with their treatment. Regular check-ins, counseling, and encouragement can significantly improve adherence rates. 6. Insurance coverage. Insurance plays a crucial role in determining access to GLP-1 medications. Without coverage, these drugs are prohibitively expensive for most patients. Many private insurance plans cover GLP-1 medications, but the level of coverage varies widely. Medicaid coverage for GLP-1 medications is inconsistent. Some states provide coverage for diabetes treatment but not for weight loss. Medicare, on the other hand, does not cover these drugs for obesity, creating a significant gap for older adults who might benefit from them. Insurance companies often impose restrictions, such as requiring prior authorization or proof that other weight loss methods have failed before approving coverage. These hurdles can delay or discourage patients from starting treatment. Employer-provided insurance can offer better access, but this depends on the company's healthcare policies. Large corporations are more likely to include GLP-1 medications in their plans, while smaller businesses may not. Increasing awareness about insurance policies, advocating for expanded coverage, and negotiating lower drug prices can help more people access these medications. Healthcare reform may also play a role in making these drugs more affordable in the future. 7. Brand name versus compounded GLP-1 medications. When it comes to GLP-1 medications, patients have the option to choose between brand name versions like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro, or compounded alternatives. Brand name drugs are produced by pharmaceutical companies and undergo strict regulatory approval, while compounded versions are mixed by specialized pharmacies. A growing number of patients opt for compounded versions due to cost savings. Since brand name GLP-1 medications can be prohibitively expensive without insurance, many turn to compounding pharmacies that offer lower cost alternatives. However, compounded medications are not FDA approved in the same way as brand name drugs, leading to concerns about quality and safety. Compounded medications may also vary in formulation. Some users report differences in effectiveness or side effects when switching from a brand name product to a compounded version. This inconsistency makes some doctors hesitant to recommend compounded GLP-1 medications. Pharmaceutical companies have taken legal action to curb the spread of compounded GLP-1 medications, arguing that unregulated versions pose health risks. As a result, some compounding pharmacies have been restricted from selling these alternatives, leaving patients with fewer options. Ultimately, the choice between brand name and compounded GLP-1 medications depends on affordability, availability, and personal preference. Patients should consult their healthcare providers to ensure they receive a safe and effective version of the medication. 8. Usage trends over time. The use of GLP-1 medications has skyrocketed in recent years. Originally prescribed for diabetes management, these drugs gained mainstream attention for their impressive weight loss benefits, leading to a surge in demand. In 2023 alone, prescriptions for GLP-1 medications increased by over 300% compared to previous years. One driving factor behind this trend is celebrity endorsements and social media influence. High-profile figures have publicly shared their experiences with GLP-1 medications, fueling interest among the general public. TikTok and Instagram are filled with testimonials from users showcasing dramatic weight loss transformations. Another reason for the rise in usage is the growing obesity epidemic. As more people struggle with weight-related health conditions, doctors are increasingly recommending pharmaceutical interventions like GLP-1 drugs. Studies show that over 40% of Americans are now classified as obese, increasing the demand for effective weight loss treatments. Pharmaceutical companies are also investing heavily in marketing, promoting GLP-1 medications as life-changing solutions for weight management and diabetes. This aggressive marketing has contributed to their widespread adoption across different demographics. However, some experts worry about long-term sustainability. With limited global supply and rising costs, access to GLP-1 medications may become increasingly difficult, particularly for those without insurance. Policymakers and healthcare providers must find ways to balance supply and demand while ensuring affordability. 9. The role of healthcare providers in prescribing GLP-1 medications. Doctors and healthcare providers play a key role in determining who gets access to GLP-1 medications. Many physicians are now incorporating these drugs into treatment plans for obesity, diabetes, and even heart health. However, prescription practices vary widely based on medical guidelines and individual doctor preferences. Some healthcare providers are proactive in recommending GLP-1 medications, especially for patients with obesity-related complications. They see these drugs as a valuable tool in managing weight and improving overall health outcomes. Research has shown that GLP-1 medications can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other metabolic disorders. Conversely, some doctors are hesitant to prescribe these drugs, citing concerns over cost, side effects, and long-term safety data. Some argue that lifestyle modifications such as diet and exercise should be prioritized before turning to medication. Others worry about the potential for off-label use and the ethical implications of prescribing weight loss drugs to patients without medical necessity. Specialists like endocrinologists and obesity medicine doctors are more likely to prescribe GLP-1 medications compared to general practitioners. This is because they have more experience managing metabolic disorders and are familiar with the latest research on these treatments. As awareness grows, more healthcare providers are expected to incorporate GLP-1 medications into their treatment strategies. Ongoing medical education and updated clinical guidelines will shape future prescribing practices and ensure these medications are used appropriately. 10. Future outlook for GLP-1 medications. The future of GLP-1 medications looks promising, with continued advancements in drug development and expanded applications beyond diabetes and weight loss. Pharmaceutical companies are investing in next-generation formulations that offer longer-lasting effects and fewer side effects. Researchers are also exploring the potential of GLP-1 medications for treating other health conditions, such as Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular health, and even addiction management. Early studies suggest that these drugs may have neuroprotective benefits, sparking interest in their use for brain health. One major area of focus is improving accessibility. As demand for GLP-1 medications continues to rise, policymakers and insurance companies will need to address affordability challenges. Some experts predict that generic versions of these drugs may enter the market within the next decade, significantly reducing costs. Supply chain issues remain a concern. Due to the rapid increase in demand, some pharmaceutical companies have struggled to keep up with production, leading to shortages. Addressing these shortages will be critical to ensuring consistent access for patients who rely on these medications. Despite challenges, GLP-1 medications are set to transform the future of obesity and metabolic health treatment. With ongoing innovation and broader acceptance among healthcare providers, these drugs will likely remain at the forefront of medical advancements for years to come. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.